Well, well, well. Look at you, sitting there, drowning in your silence. Don't speak. I don't need your words. I see it all over your face. The pain, the betrayal, the doubt eating you alive. You think I don't know? Oh, I know. I've been where you are. I've stared into that abyss where your so-called best wasn't enough, where everything you poured out for them became the very blade they stabbed you with. You gave them your best. Oh, how noble of you. You thought it would matter, didn't you? Thought if you just gave a little more. No, scratch that. If you gave everything, they'd finally see you, appreciate you, love you. But here's the truth, kid. People don't appreciate what they don't earn. They take it, use it, spit it out, and then act like it was their right all along. You're sitting there replaying every moment, aren't you? Every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every piece of yourself you chipped away to build them up. And for what? For them to throw you to the wolves the second you weren't useful anymore. For them to laugh at you behind closed doors while you bled yourself dry for their approval? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're angry. Good. You should be. Anger's a beautiful thing. It's pure. It cuts through the lies and the excuses. But let me ask you this. What are you going to do with that anger? Sit here and let it rot you from the inside? Cry about how unfair it all is? Or are you going to take it, mold it, and make them choke on the very ashes of what they tried to destroy? Here's the thing about people. They'll use you until there's nothing left, then blame you for breaking. They'll act like you're the problem, like your weakness was the flaw all along. And you let them. Oh, don't look at me like that. You did. You handed them the tools, gave them the access, laid yourself bare for them to exploit. Why? Because you wanted to believe they were different, that this time it would be worth it. But let me tell you something. Worth it is a lie they sell to fools like you and me. The only thing worth anything in this world is power, control, the ability to decide who gets to hurt you and who doesn't. And right now, you don't have that. But you could. You see, the trick isn't to stop giving. No, that's the coward's way out. The trick is to give smarter, to know who deserves your best and who doesn't even deserve your shadow. And you've been giving to scavengers, to people who couldn't even understand the value of what you offered if you wrote it out for them in blood. Oh, and let's not forget the guilt. That's the best part, isn't it? The way they make you feel like it's your fault, like you're the one who didn't do enough. Let me guess, they told you that, didn't they? That you should have tried harder, been better, given more, and you believed them. Hell, you're still sitting here believing them. But let me break it to you, sweetheart. They were never going to be satisfied. You could have given them the stars, the moon, your last goddamn breath, and it still wouldn't have been enough. Because people like that, they're empty. And no matter how much you pour into them, it'll never fill the void. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to stop. Stop giving. Stop explaining. Stop waiting for them to see your worth. because they won't. They can't. And it's not your job to teach them. Your job is to take all that pain, all that heartbreak, and turn it into something they can't ignore, something they can't destroy. Build yourself into a fortress, brick by goddamn brick, until the only thing they can do is stand outside and watch. Let them scream. Let them beg. Let them tear themselves apart, trying to figure out why they can't touch you anymore. Because that's the thing, isn't it? They only wanted you because you were within reach. Take that away, and they're nothing. And you'll rise. Not because you're better than them. No, that's too easy. You'll rise because you've been to hell and you know the way back. Because every scar, every wound, every goddamn tear they caused will become the armor you wear when you face the world again. And when they see you, because they will, they'll hate you for it. They'll hate that you survived, that you thrived, that you turned their betrayal into your greatest strength. And that's your revenge. Not their tears, not their regret. Those are worthless. Your revenge is living so goddamn well that their existence becomes irrelevant. So stop sitting there like a victim. You're not a victim, you're a storm waiting to happen. And storms don't apologize for the destruction they leave behind. They simply exist. Now go. Be the storm. Show them what it looks like when the best they threw away becomes the worst they ever faced. Oh, you think I'm done? No, this is just the beginning. Sit down. Let me finish. You need to hear this, because if you walk out now, you'll go right back to being the same broken, bleeding fool who let them walk all over you. And that's not an option anymore. Not after tonight. You want to know why it hurts so much? Why their betrayal cuts deeper than anything else? It's because you trusted them. You let them in. You opened doors that no one else could even knock on. And they didn't just walk in. They tore the place apart. They took everything you gave them and turned it into a weapon. But here's the real kicker. They didn't do it because they hated you. Oh no. That would have been easy, wouldn't it? At least hatred is honest. At least you'd know where you stood. But no, they did it because they needed you. Because without you, they're nothing. Empty shells trying to feed on whatever light they can steal from someone else. And you made it easy for them. You handed them the match and then wondered why everything burned. But don't you dare feel sorry for them. Don't you dare waste another tear on people who couldn't recognize gold if it fell into their hands. Because the moment you start pitying them, the moment you start thinking, maybe they didn't mean it, or maybe I deserved it, that's when they win. And let me tell you something. They don't get to win. Not anymore. You've been playing this game wrong your whole life. You thought if you just gave enough, if you just worked hard enough, if you just loved them enough, they'd finally give back. But people don't work that way. The world doesn't work that way. Love, loyalty, respect, they're not handed out like candy. They're earned, fought for. And if they're not willing to fight for you, then they don't deserve you. It's that simple. You gave them your best, and they used it against you. Let that sink in. Every kind word, every sacrifice, every time you swallowed your pride to keep the peace, they turned it all into ammunition. They took your kindness for weakness, your love for naivety. But that ends now. From this moment forward, you're not giving anyone your best. No, your best is for you. Your energy, your time, your heart. You're keeping it for the one person who's actually earned it, yourself. Let them fend for themselves. Let them drown in the emptiness they tried to leave you with. You owe them nothing. You think I'm being harsh? Good. You need harsh. You need someone to look you in the eye and tell you the truth you've been running from your whole damn life. You've been too soft, too forgiving, too willing to see the good in people who didn't have a shred of good in them. That's why they used you. That's why they broke you. Because you let them. But you're not soft anymore. Oh no, that part of you died the moment they turned their backs, the moment they proved they'd rather watch you burn than lift a finger to help. And out of those ashes, you're going to rise, not as the person you were, but as something else, something stronger, something they'll never understand because they're too weak to survive what you've been through. You're going to walk out of here, and you're going to build a life so untouchable, so unshakable, that their whispers, their lies, their pathetic little schemes won't even reach you. And when they come crawling back, and they will, because people like that always come back, you'll look them in the eye and say, you had your chance, you blew it. And then you'll walk away without a second thought. Because that's the ultimate power, isn't it? The power to walk away. To know you don't need them, that you never did. That every time they tried to break you, all they did was sharpen your edges. And here's the part they'll never understand. You're not doing this for revenge. No. Revenge is petty. It's short-lived. This is about freedom. About finally breaking free from the chains they wrapped around you. About proving to yourself that you're more than what they tried to reduce you to. So go ahead. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them tell their little stories about how you failed, how you weren't enough. Because while they're stuck in the past, clinging to the scraps of what you used to be, you'll be out there creating a future so bright it blinds them. And one day, one glorious day, they'll realize what they lost. They'll look at their lives at the emptiness they tried to fill with your light, and they'll see it for what it is, a void they can never escape. And you won't even notice, because you'll be too busy living, too busy thriving, too busy being the person you were always meant to be before they tried to tear you down. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to sit there wallowing in the wreckage they left behind? Or are you going to stand up, dust yourself off, and show them that the best they tried to destroy was only the beginning? The choice is yours, but let me tell you this. If you choose to rise, if you choose to fight, if you choose to become the storm that washes them away, you'll never regret it. Because in the end, the greatest revenge isn't destroying them. It's proving they never had the power to destroy you. You're still sitting there. Why? You think this is some kind of sweet little pep talk? A pick-me-up that'll solve all your problems? Nah. You're not going to find some magic fix here. I'm not here to hold your hand and tell you it'll be all right. That's the lie they sell to you every damn day. The truth is you've been living in a world that's never been kind. You've been in this war, in this cold, unforgiving place where no one's gonna throw you a lifeline. So you either learn to survive or you sink. Simple as that. And guess what? You're already in it. You've been in it all along. Every moment of doubt, every betrayal, every piece of yourself they've chipped away. Yeah, that's been the war. And you've been fighting it without even realizing. But you didn't know the rules, did you? You thought you could win with honor, with decency, with kindness. You thought being good would somehow shield you from the chaos. But no one's coming to save you. No one's going to give you a medal for being the nice guy. You gave them your best, huh? Your loyalty, your effort, your heart. And what did they give you in return? A cold shoulder, a knife in the back, and a reminder that you were never really needed. They used it, didn't they? Used every last bit of you until you had nothing left to give. That's what they do. That's what people do when they see you as a tool, not a person, and you let them. You let them use you. You let them wear you down. You thought that by giving everything you had, you could get something in return. Maybe you thought if you just loved them enough, they'd love you back. But it's never that easy, is it? You were a weapon to them, an asset, an extension of their own desires. They didn't care about you. They cared about what you could do for them. That's the truth. That's the ugly truth that you refuse to see. Now, don't think I'm lecturing you. Hell no. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to tell you what no one else has the guts to say. They'll tell you to forgive, to let go, to move on. They'll tell you that time heals all wounds. But that's a joke. Time doesn't heal anything. It just lets you forget. And forgetting doesn't make the pain go away. It just makes you numb. What you need is something deeper than time. Something that gets in your bones, that makes you stronger, makes you feel alive again. And that's what I'm talking about. Stop wasting your time looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. There's no light, not for people like us. There's only the fire inside you, the rage, the fury, the hunger. You think I'm crazy? No, I'm a realist. I see the world for what it is. Cold, brutal, and unforgiving. And that's the world you live in. And the only way to make it out? You fight like hell. You're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. You're wondering why they didn't appreciate you, why they didn't see your worth. But guess what? They didn't see it because they didn't have to. You gave it to them on a silver platter. And that's not how this game works. People don't respect what they don't have to earn. They'll take. And the second they don't need you anymore, they'll toss you aside like a used tissue. But here's where it gets good. You're not them. No, you don't have to be like them. You've got a choice. You can stay stuck in this pit of regret, asking yourself where it all went wrong. Or you can get up, pick yourself off the floor, and show them who the hell you really are. Show them what happens when they mistake your kindness for weakness. The next time someone tries to use you, make sure they remember your name. Make sure they remember what it feels like to cross you. You don't have to kill them. You don't have to scream. Hell, you don't even have to say a word. But when you rise from this, when you come back stronger, they'll remember the mistake they made. They'll remember the one person they underestimated, the one person they thought they could use and toss aside. They'll see you standing tall, and they'll know what they lost. But here's the kicker. You don't need them to know. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You just need you. Because that's what's left when they're gone. When they've used you up, bled you dry, and moved on to their next victim, the only thing that's going to matter is what you've become. So don't waste another second on them. Don't waste another second on their games, their manipulation, their empty promises. Take all that energy you've been giving to them and invest it in you. I've seen it 1,000 times. People who thought they could find salvation in others. People who gave and gave until they had nothing left. And you know what happens when you do that? You become a shell. You become nothing more than a ghost of who you used to be. And that's the last thing you want. You want to be alive. You want to feel every breath, every pulse, every heartbeat. But you'll never get that if you keep handing your life over to people who don't deserve it. So here's the truth. You're not the problem. No, you're not. You never were. The problem is the people you trusted, the people you gave your best to, they never deserved it. And now it's time to take it all back. It's time to stop giving, stop pouring, stop bending over backward for people who couldn't care less. It's time to take what's yours. And when you finally do that, when you finally wake up and realize that you've got everything you need inside you, that's when the game changes. That's when you stop being the victim and start being the player. You start calling the shots. You start making the rules. And let me tell you, kid, once you learn that power, once you realize you don't need anyone but yourself, that's when they'll feel the sting of what they lost. You want to know how to make them regret it? You show them. Show them you don't need their validation. You don't need their love. You don't need anything they can offer. Because what you've got, what they'll never understand, is the power to stand alone and still thrive. Now get out of here. Go out there and show them exactly what happens when you stop being their puppet. Go out there and remind them that the best you had was never theirs to destroy. You're not just surviving this. You're coming out of it stronger, sharper, and ready to tear the world apart if that's what it takes. What are you so afraid of? Huh? Failing again? Being let down again? Or maybe, just maybe, you're afraid of what you'll find when you finally take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. Because that's what this is about, isn't it? You're not just angry at them. You're angry at you. You're angry that you let it happen. Angry that you saw the signs and you ignored them anyway. Angry that you thought you could fix them, save them, make them better, when deep down you knew they didn't deserve it. Yeah, that's what's really eating you alive. It's not just the betrayal. It's the fact that you let yourself believe in people who were never worth it. Oh, it's a cruel joke, isn't it? The way you trusted them. The way you opened up, gave them your heart, your time, your everything, only to watch them toss it all away like garbage. And now you're sitting there trying to piece it all together, trying to make sense of something that'll never make sense. But here's the thing, you don't need to make sense of it. You don't need their reasons, their excuses, their pathetic little apologies. All you need is the lesson. And the lesson is this: people will always take what you give them, and they'll always want more. They'll drain you dry if you let them. They'll feed on your light until there's nothing left but darkness. And then they'll blame you for being empty. But you're not empty, are you? No, not yet. You've still got something left, something they couldn't take from you no matter how hard they tried. And that's what you're going to hold on to. That's what you're going to use to rebuild. Oh, and don't you dare think rebuilding means going back to who you were. That person's gone, dead and buried thanks to them. No, rebuilding means becoming someone new, someone stronger, smarter, colder, someone who doesn't let their guard down, who doesn't waste time on people who don't deserve it. Someone who looks at the world and says, "You can't break me. Not anymore." Because that's what they want, you know? They want you broken. They want you doubting yourself, questioning everything, too scared to move forward. They want you stuck, trapped in the wreckage they left behind. And if you stay there, if you let them win, then you're giving them exactly what they want. But if you rise, if you rise, if you take everything they did to you and turn it into fuel, into fire, into something so unstoppable that it burns through everything in its path, that's when you win. That's when you remind them that they didn't break you, they forged you. And let me tell you, there's nothing more terrifying to the people who tried to destroy you than seeing you thrive, seeing you smile when they thought you'd never smile again, seeing you succeed when they counted on your failure, seeing you walk away without looking back, without giving them the satisfaction of your anger or your tears. Because that's the secret, isn't it? The real power isn't in revenge. It's in indifference. It's in showing them that they don't matter anymore, that their words, their actions, their betrayal, it's nothing to you now. But don't mistake indifference for weakness. No, indifference is the sharpest weapon you'll ever wield. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about genuinely not caring, about knowing deep down that you're better off without them. And that's the part that's going to kill them. Not your anger, not your success, but the realization that they don't even exist in your world anymore, that they're just a footnote in your story, while you're the whole damn book. So stop wasting your time on them. Stop giving them space in your mind, in your heart. They don't deserve it. They never did. Instead, use that space to build something for yourself. Something real, something unshakable. And the next time someone tries to take advantage of you, the next time someone thinks they can use you and toss you aside, you'll be ready. You'll see it coming a mile away, and you'll smile. Not because you're naive, but because you know better now, because you've learned. And that's the thing about pain, isn't it? It's the best teacher you'll ever have. It's cruel, it's relentless, but it's honest. It doesn't lie to you. It doesn't sugarcoat the truth. It shows you exactly who you are and what you're capable of. And you're capable of more than you think. You've got a fire inside you, a hunger, a drive that they couldn't touch no matter how hard they tried. And now it's time to let that fire burn. Let it consume everything that doesn't serve you. Let it light the way to something bigger, something better. Because that's what they were afraid of, you know? That's why they tried to keep you down. They saw your potential. They saw what you could become, and it scared the hell out of them. But now there's nothing holding you back. No chains, no doubts, no lies, just you and the open road ahead. So what are you waiting for? Get up, move, rise. And don't just rise, dominate. This world doesn't owe you anything, kid. But you owe it to yourself to take everything you've got and make them regret ever doubting you. Oh, you think it's over? That this is the end of the lesson? No, we're just getting to the good part. Sit tight, because what comes next? Well, it's the part they don't teach you in their little self-help books. The part no one has the guts to say out loud. See, pain isn't just a teacher, it's an artist. It shapes you, molds you, carves away all the soft, weak pieces until what's left is raw, unbreakable. But only if you let it. Only if you embrace it. Most people, they run from it, they numb it, drown it, hide from it like scared little children. And where does that get them? Nowhere. They stay weak, fragile, waiting for the next storm to tear them apart. But you're not most people, are you? No, you're different. I can see it. That flicker in your eyes, that little ember still burning, even after everything they did to snuff it out. That's your edge. That's your fire. And if you feed it, if you stoke it until it's a roaring inferno, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. But don't get comfortable. This isn't a fairy tale. There's no happy ending waiting for you at the end of the road. There's no applause, no pat on the back for surviving. Survival is messy, it's ugly, and it's lonely. But it's also powerful. Because when you survive, when you push through the pain and come out the other side, you realize something. You don't need anyone. That's the secret, isn't it? The thing they don't want you to figure out. They want you dependent, needy, begging for their scraps of attention, their approval, their fake love. But the second you realize you don't need them, that you never needed them, their power over you crumbles. And oh, how they hate that. How they scramble to pull you back down, to remind you of your place. But you're not going back, are you? No. You've seen what's on the other side of dependence, and you want more. You want freedom. Real freedom. The kind that comes from knowing you're untouchable. But here's the thing about freedom. It comes with a price. It's not given, it's earned through blood, sweat, and tears, through sacrifice. And the biggest sacrifice? Letting go of who you were. The version of you that needed them, that sought their approval, that believed in their lies. That version has to die for the real you to emerge. And when you let that version of yourself go, when you bury it deep where it can never crawl back out, you'll feel it. That rush, that clarity, that power. It's like shedding old skin, stepping into something new, something stronger. But don't think for a second that the world will just sit back and let you rise. Oh no, they'll come for you. They'll try to drag you back down, back to the shadows where they think you belong. They'll call you selfish, cold, ungrateful. They'll throw every insult, every guilt trip, every manipulation they can think of to break you. And you'll smile, because by then, you'll know the truth. The truth is, they can't touch you, not anymore. Not when you've seen what you're capable of. Not when you felt the fire burning in your chest, driving you forward. Because once you've tasted that freedom, that raw, unfiltered power, there's no going back. And when they realize they can't control you anymore, when they see that you've become something they'll never understand, they'll hate you for it. They'll fear you for it. But deep down, deep down, they'll envy you, because they'll see what you've become. A force of nature, a storm, something they can't predict, can't contain, can't destroy. And that's what terrifies them the most. So don't stop. Don't look back. Don't let their whispers, their lies, their pathetic little games distract you. You've got work to do. You've got a life to build, a legacy to leave behind. Not for them, not for anyone else, but for you. Because when it's all said and done, when the dust settles and the world finally shuts up, the only thing that'll matter is what you did with the time you had, not what they thought of you, not whether they forgave you or loved you or missed you. None of that crap matters. What matters is you. Your fire, your strength, your will to keep going, even when the whole damn world tried to break you. So go and make them choke on the ashes of what they tried to destroy. Go and build something so unshakable, so untouchable, that their betrayal becomes nothing more than a distant memory. And when you look back, when you see how far you've come, you'll thank them. Not because they deserve it, but because they showed you exactly who you are. A survivor, a fighter, a storm. Now go. And don't you dare stop until the whole world knows your name.